Hello everyone, this is Ankur Chaudhary. Continuing with our sessions on fortnightly current affairs. In this video lecture, I'll be covering major international and national news from the period between 16th December till 31st December 2016. These are the broad areas from which major news that will be covered during the course of this presentation. First, let's talk about major awards, honors and various prizes at national and international levels and their winners. First, of course, veteran Bengali poet Shankha Ghosh was selected for the 2016 Gyanpith Award, which is the highest literary award given in India. Shankha Ghosh is already a Padma Bhushan winner as well as a winner of Sahitya Academy Award. Next, Sahitya Academy Awards were given to 25 people, and the prominent among them were Jerry Pinto, Nasira Sharma and Vandanasan for their various literary works. Next, a prize, a very important international prize in mathematics, the Sastra Ramanujan Award. It was given to Kaisa Matokami and Maxim Radziwill for mathematics for their revolutionary collaborative work on short intervals in number theory. Next, we move on to the world of business. So just one very important news as far as this period is concerned from the world of business. ICICI Bank launched EasyPay, which is a mobile application to enable merchants, retailers as well as professionals to accept instant cashless payments on mobile phones. Next, we take up important news from the world of politics. So firstly, the Union Cabinet gave its ex post facto approval to the proposal of MNRE, that is the Ministry for Non-Renewable Energy Resources, for the ratification of ISA, which is the International Solar Alliance. Now this is a group of about 120 countries, 120 tropical countries. The idea for ISA was given by India as well as French government during the course of Paris Climate Change Summit, which was held last year. Next, a very important committee, the Committee on Digital Payments, which was headed by former Finance Secretary, that is Ratan P. Vatal, submitted its final report. It suggested various measures to boost cashless transactions in the medium term as far as Indian economy is concerned. Right? So various committees and their heads are also very important as far as your exams are concerned. Next, a few important schemes launched by different state governments across the country. Firstly is Government of Assam. Government of Assam launched the Atal Amrit Abhiyan. The objective of this Abhiyan or campaign is to provide health insurance to the poor people of the state. Next is another important news related to digitization of India. Haryana government connected 100 villages with Wi-Fi services. Next, another scheme by Rajasthan government. It launched the Annapurna Rasoi scheme to provide quality meal at cheap price to poor and needy. Very importantly, the tagline for this particular scheme is Sabke liye bhojan, sabke liye samman. Bhojan of course stands for food and samman stands for respect. Moving on to the news from economy and finance. So India continues to borrow quite heavily from international bodies like World Bank, and World Bank has now approved a $235 million loan for the development of roads in Bihar under the Bihar Rural Roads Project. Next, our Road, Transport and Highways Minister Mr. Nitin Gadkari inaugurated the Sagarmala Development Company's office in New Delhi to promote port-led development in the country. Now, Sagarmala is a government scheme, is a major government scheme launched by the Government of India to develop a number of ports along our coastline. Now, the idea of port development is to reduce costs, to reduce turnaround time and to reduce the burden on our major ports, which is quite high at the moment. Next, the first Digidhan Mela was organized in Gurugram on December of 26th. Now in this particular Mela, a number of prizes were distributed to the lucky winners under various government schemes which were launched to promote cashless payments. Next news in economy and finance is the Japanese funding agency JICA. It signed a tripartite consultancy pact with the Railways Ministry and National High Speed Rail Corporation for high speed railway project between Mumbai and Ahmedabad. Right. So basically, Japan is the country which is helping us or granting us aid to develop high-speed railways between Mumbai and Ahmedabad. This will be first such project in India. Next, the government approved the redesignation of Delhi-Mumbai Industrial Corridor Project Implementation Trust Fund as National Industrial Corridor Development and Implementation Trust. This organization is, of course, the nodal agency for the development of DMIC, that is Delhi Mumbai Industrial Corridor. Next is a very important news and a great achievement for Indians, for Indian economy. India has now surpassed United Kingdom and has now become the world's 6th largest economy in GDP terms, which is calculated at real exchange rates for the first time after nearly 150 years. Now, United Kingdom economy is facing a slowdown, especially after the announcement of Brexit, and India is one of the largest, fastest and largest growing economies in the world. So this is how it has achieved this feat. Next, certain important people in news. Firstly, our President Pranab Mukherjee appointed former bureaucrat Mr. Anil Baijal as the 21st Lieutenant Governor of Delhi. This is after Mr. Najib Jung resigned from his office before his term ended. Next, Chief Minister Harish Rawat unveiled the statue of renowned Tamil poet and philosopher Thiruvalluvar on the premises of Mela Bhavan in the city of Haridwar. Next, senior IPS officer Mr. Anil Dhasmana is the new chief of RAW. RAW is India's external intelligence agency and it stands for Research and Analysis Wing. Next, we have a new chief of our intelligence bureau. The officer's name is Mr. Rajiv Jain. Intelligence Bureau is the chief agency which takes care of intelligence as far as within India is concerned. And as we saw earlier, RAW is the external intelligence agency. Now moving on to the world of sports. Important news from the world of cycling. 5-time former Olympic champion Sir Bradley Wiggins from England announced his retirement from cycling at the age of 36 years. The next national games, that is to be held in the year 2022. Now, Indian Olympic Association accepted Meghalaya's bid to host the national games for the year 2022. Next, Indian captain Virat Kohli was named skipper of Cricket Australia's ODI Team of the Year. Next, Suresh Kalmadi was appointed the life president of the Indian Olympic Association. Also, Mr. Abhay Chautala was also made the life president by the IOA. This decision created considerable controversies because Mr. Kalmadi and Mr. Chautala have been allegedly involved in various corrupt practices, and there are certain cases which were pending against them, and later on these nominations by the IOA were pulled back due to a lot of controversies. Next, some good news as far as Indian cricket is concerned. So India dished out a clinical performance to beat host Sri Lanka by 34 runs and lift the Asian Cricket Council Under-19 Asia Cup title, and the match was of course held in the capital of Sri Lanka, that is Colombo. Next, India's first Winter Olympian Shiva Keshavan braved an injury to win at the Asian Luge Championship which were held in Nagano in Japan. Next, R. Ashwin became the third Indian to win the Sir Garfield Sobers Trophy after being named the International Cricket Council Cricketer of the Year 2016. Next, again, good news as far as Indian hockey is concerned. India outclassed South Korea to finish with bronze medal at the 4th Women's Under-18 Asia Cup 2016 hockey tournament. Next, an important news from football. JJ Lal Pekhlua was named the 2016 AIFF, that is All India Football Federation Player of the Year. Again, another important news from football. Atletico de Kolkata, that is the team from Calcutta or Bengal, were crowned the Indian Super League champions for the second time in 3 seasons after defeating Kerala Blasters. Next, Vijender Singh defended his WBO Asia Pacific Super Middleweight title with an emphatic technical knockout win over Tanzania's Francis Cheka. Next, India created history by winning the FIH Junior Hockey World Cup after a gap of almost 15 long years with a clinical 2-1 victory against Belgium in the final. Next, we look at certain miscellaneous news. Colombia's Congress, that is the legislature of Colombia, it passed a law granting amnesty to Marxist FARC. Now, Colombia was involved in a decades-long civil war against a Marxist insurgent group, that is FARC. Recently, they signed a amnesty deal with them, under which FARC cadre or people involved in FARC would be absorbed in the normal political or electoral process of Colombia. This particular law gives amnesty to people from FARC who had committed certain crimes in the past. Next, a news from our neighbors. China successfully tested the latest version of its 5th generation stealth fighter J-31, which has now been renamed as the FC-31 Gear Falcon. The Japanese Aerospace Exploration Agency JAXA successfully launched a solid fuel rocket named Epsilon 2. Further, the UN cultural body UNESCO accorded World Heritage status to the Brazilian city of Rio de Janeiro. Next, Assam government initiated a project to make River Island Majuli the country's first ever carbon neutral district by 2020. Majuli, as some of you might be knowing, is the world's largest river island which is situated in Assam. Next, Gujarat government announced its biotechnology policy of 2016. It seeks to establish the state as a preferred destination for manufacturing of biotechnology products. Next, we have a very important news. The Prime Minister Narendra Modi laid the foundation stone of Char Dham Highway Development Project or Char Dham Mahamarg Vikas Pariyojana in Dehradun. It seeks to connect the 4 religious pilgrimages in Hinduism, which are located in Uttarakhand, and the project will connect them through high quality all-weather roads. Lastly, the Madras High Court banned all unauthorized Sharia courts in mosques across Tamil Nadu, saying centers of worship were only to be used for religious purposes. So guys, that's it for now as far as the news from 16th December till 31st December is concerned. Hope this presentation was helpful. Thank you very much.